red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go. Chicago, close up, bear down, red zone, let's go.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome in. And we did the same thing last year for Justin Fields. So we're going to do it this year for Caleb Williams. Didn't plan on doing it this early, but man, on Twitter, on all the different social media platforms, there is narrative city. I mean, everybody spins it and twists it apart, and I get it one day after or the day of when you're upset from a loss. I did the same thing, and I said Simo and Shane Waldron and blah, 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 blah. But then you actually have to take the time to dig into it and find out what's going on. You can't just sit and spit narratives all day because 5 guys on Twitter make 3 lowlights of a single player, and then all of a sudden, oh, this player's trash. We got to get rid of him. We got to rebuild. We got to start over again. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy talk, guys. It is. It's crazy talk. So we're going to split open the numbers, and not all of them are in favor of Caleb. Not all of them are against Caleb, but we're going to split them open, and we're going to do this throughout the season. We're going to do the same thing. This is what this platform, what this channel was built on right here, breaking down the analytics, breaking down the stats and analysis. And when you add to that some tape, when you take the All-22, when you break it down, you get a clear picture of what's going on. Then you listen to the coaches and the players, and you can understand it all. But you have to do all of that. You can't just spin one narrative and expect everything to be answered by listening to half a story. It's with anything in life. So we're going to break it down right here. Let's get right into it. With that caveat, remember, we're 2 games into the season. 2 games. You've got a 2-game sample size. That's what we're working off of here. We're not going off a whole season of work. We're not going off after when the entire season has been unfolded and when you've built cohesion and you've got everything together. We're going off of 2 games. So keep that in mind because this means almost bubkiss, but I do want to bring it up and I want to show it. Let me move that off the screen as well. All right. Actually, let's bring it over here and let's make it smaller. Boop, boop, boo. Check it out. Beardown Sports. Boom. That's where you're at, guys. All right. So first, we're going to go over pressure rate. Like I said, we're just going to go over all this stuff. We're going to show where it's at, and we're going to give context to it. We're going to give meaning to it, and we're going to understand what's going on better with this team. So number 1, we're looking specifically at pressures. So out of his dropbacks, Caleb Williams is taking 36.3% of his snaps with pressure. Okay, that means 63.7% of his snaps have no pressure. And that's good enough for his pass block efficiency to be 21st in the league. Is that spectacular? No. Is it terrible? No. I mean, it's lower half of the league. There's a lot of room for improvement, but you've got a young team developing and gelling. I got to bring myself on. I can't just do this without being here. So hopefully you guys got to see some of those guys there at the bottom and see some of that stuff. And one correlation we'll give here, I'm going to give correlations as we go throughout this, guys. See the red and the green arrows. These things correlate with each other. As your pass block efficiency is worse, your pressure is going to be worse. It goes hand in hand. So when you see players, I didn't put Jalen Hurts there, but that is a negative for him. Daniel Jones a negative, Josh Allen a negative, Malik Willis, because if your line is blocking efficiently, you shouldn't have as many pressures unless you're causing those pressures. So it's kind of a cause of effect. Nothing means it's horrible. Or, I mean, how you perform under that is a whole different story. So it doesn't mean everything. But then when you look on the other side, when you look over here, you got Tua, who has the lowest pressure. Well, there's a piece of the story to that. He gets the ball out extremely quick. So his line doesn't have to be the best pass block efficiency line. It's 12th, which isn't bad, but it gives context to it. Dak Prescott has a low pressure rate. So this means the quarterback is doing better with a worse line. He's getting less pressures, or he's finding a way to manage those pressures. Same with Gardner Minshew. His line is 28th, and he's down around the lower half of the league. You see Caleb there. There's nothing here to deduce, guys. I'm not trying to make concrete decisions right here. I'm just showing the evidence. Caleb Williams, 36.3% of pressures of his snaps are under pressure, and his line is ranked 21st. Okay, so let's look next at what everybody's talking about with time to throw. Time to throw overall is one thing, but pocket being kept clean. This is what I want to look at because you can gauge a quarterback's accuracy more reflective when there's not a lot of pressure. We know he's only taken 37% of his snaps with pressure, so overall he should be pretty good, and he is. You look at Caleb, he's 8th in the league at 2.21 seconds time to throw. Now, when we look down here, this is the narrative everybody else speaks about with Justin Fields, last in the league right now, 2.82 under a clean pocket. Also a very accurate thrower, though, 77.4% accuracy, and that's an accuracy rating, adjusted completion percentage. You look at Caleb, 77.8. So as a rookie, actually doing very well, but a rookie should do very well in a clean pocket. And as things get clicking, he should do even better than this. In fact, look at Jaden Daniels at number 6, 84.1. Kind of fit the LSU model, though. So it makes sense that he gets off the ground running a little quicker. Will he be better in the long run? I'm not deducing that. I'm not making that assumption or conclusion right now. And then you also look at, where's our other rookie, Bo Nix? He's down at 22, 78.7% accurate with 2.47. So nothing here is good or bad. It's actually a good thing Caleb's getting it out so quick. One thing that doesn't do, though, they're not getting through multiple reads. They're really hit A or hit B and then take off and throw it, get it done. So that's kind of where he is on the clean pocket, but it looks good. Let's look at the dirty pocket now. So when it does break down, on those 36% of snaps where it does break down, this is where it can become problematic, especially for a rookie quarterback. And then you look there, and you've got Caleb Williams at number 22, 3.87 seconds time to throw. So a little bit slower than the mean, the middle. The middle there is about 3.68 seconds when it does come under pressure. He's a little bit slower, but he's a rookie. I mean, there's only so much you can deduce from this stuff, but I just want to show the narratives that are being spit out there. And you see Jaden Daniels, 4.24 seconds. Some of that's quarterback play style as well, but Caleb does a good job of escaping as well. But the more important thing there, you look at rookies, they kind of struggle with the adjusted completion, so his accuracy. So his accuracy, when he does come under pressure right now, that's the hard part for a rookie to adjust to, and this is very typical. So it's not, I mean, look at quarterbacks who have been in the league for, I mean, look at Justin Fields, 2-3 above him, 87.5% accurate under an adjusted completion percentage, under pressure. And then you look at Derek Carr, 80%. Malik Willis is a one-game sample, and it's the Packers systems. It's different. Excuse me. So there's only so much you can deduce from that, but Caleb Williams, one area to focus on, he's got to be able to get the ball out cleaner when that pressure comes, not hold it quite as long, and it will help him to be more accurate. All right, and then last, organize it according to accuracy, actual accuracy when the pocket is kept clean. How accurate is this quarterback? And this just means, are they hitting their targets? Are they right where they're supposed to be? And Caleb Williams has said, no, I missed some. He acknowledges that he's missed some, and he's got to work on it, is what he says. But as far as where he ranks 16th, this is what I talk about when I say an accurate quarterback. And when people hear me talk about Jordan Love has had his pocket kept clean a lot. Their line is one of the top 10 in the league, and he can only hit 66% accuracy. His accuracy, a rookie, Caleb, is hitting 11% more when the pocket's kept clean. That's what I mean by that. And I want to see an accurate quarterback, one that can hit his targets, who can read the defense and get that going. All right, and then the last one we have to hit just a little bit here, because this is important for context, is separation. I moved this, I slid it over just a little bit, so sorry separation's cut off, but here I am for my head. So Dan Orlovsky on Twitter yesterday just said they might have to throw more 50-50 balls up to Rome Odunze because he's not going to get open. And last week for the Bears, he was the most open receiver of any receiver. What the difference is, they're trying to get Caleb to get the ball out quickly as he starts his career off. Then when you can't get the run game going, when you can't get that clicking and flowing, teams are going to blitz. We're one of the most blitz upon teams in the league right now, and we have the most negative yard plays. Because of our runs going negative, because of the sacks, they're going to keep doing it until we establish the run. But the reality is the separation's there. The other reality is, unless it's clean, he doesn't have time to throw it. He can't get to his second, third, fourth reads. Do you think Rome Odunze is read number 1 or 2 right now, or number 3 or 4? He's read number 3 or 4. So unless the play is called specifically for Rome, you're not going to see a lot of targets to Rome. So opportunities just mean how many plays they've been in where the ball's been thrown. Snaps with separation on those is just what it says on those opportunities. And then separation is how many of those, what percentage of those. So Keenan's had the most, but he only played in one game. So him being out of the game last week did affect the Bears. DJ was more open, more available when Keenan was there. But if you look at the rank for the entire National Football League, we've got 5 guys in the top 75. Think about that. There's 30 teams, 32 teams. So 32 teams, and we've got 5 guys in the top 75. We are in the top 5 for separation. Jacksonville has the most, but we're right up there with them. So it's not a matter of separation being the issue. It's a matter of not getting the run game going, a matter of not being able to get time for him to be able to read his second and third read options. Do I blame that all on the line? No, that's for a whole different video. This is how Caleb's performing. But it's a matter, if you listen to the press conferences, it's a matter of the line communicating, Caleb communicating, Coleman Shelton communicating, Chris Morgan and Shane Waldron communicating with each other, and that's where the narratives drive me nuts. I'm going to slide this over, make me bigger, because now I'm just talking at this point. That's where the narratives drive me nuts, is because it has nothing to do with how talented this team is. Rome is extremely talented. Now you have people on Twitter today saying, oh, he was a bust. How was he ever considered to be in the top 10 picks? And the Bears should have traded back and taken Brian Thomas Jr. because look at the separation Brian Thomas Jr. is getting in Jacksonville. Well, Jacksonville's an established offense that's just plugging Brian Thomas Jr. in. It's a whole different story. If Caleb was a 3-year vet and you drafted Rome, that's a whole different story. If this line was established without a rookie quarterback, it's a whole different story. You would see a very different offensive production if Justin Fields was in this offense right now. Am I saying Justin's the better fit? No. Am I saying Justin's the better long-term? No. We knew it came down to the rookie contract. Now it's just a matter of gelling and cohesing. That's the real reality of this situation right here. Has nothing to do with talent, has nothing to do with ability, has nothing to do with separation. It's communication, reps, and getting experience. That's what it is right now. And when these guys do, this is a scary offense because what you see is a quarterback who's getting it out clean and quick, accurate, and receivers who have separation. If you can establish the run game, it's going to be really, really productive and really exciting to watch. So it's crazy to me how much everyone's jumping on this bandwagon of fear. And I don't know if you guys have heard of the indexes of greed when things are going really well, almost like arrogance in sports, but it's an investing greed index, and then the fear index. So right now it's like everyone's on the fear index, so they're selling off on this team. It's honestly bizarre because if you look at the talent is there. Even on the offensive line, the talent is there. I'm sticking my flag in the ground, and I'm telling you guys that. I've watched the film over and over again. I'm not just watching a couple highlight plays. I'm watching the film, and I'm seeing it there. Are there some low-light plays? You betcha. And there's some that look really bad. But they don't come off to me as this guy can't perform here. It's this young team is trying to gel together, just like last year's defense that had to gel together and struggled for the first half of the season. Do I think it'll take a whole half a season? No, because right now you're coming up against the 3 teams with the worst run defense in the league through 2 games. I'm going to keep throwing that out there. Through 2 games. It's been 2 games. It doesn't mean everything. But you got 3 teams coming up that are allowing a lot of rushing yards. In fact, the Colts allowed 200 yards in the first half. Will they keep doing that? They're going to. They're a professional football team. They're just like the Bears. They're just like every other team. They're going to adjust and adapt. So they're going to work on that. But the Bears have an opportunity here. Teams are running at almost 2/3 of their snaps against the Colts as a run play. Why are they doing that? Because the Colts suck at defending the run right now. Just like the Bears suck at defending the blitz. Now, the Colts aren't a terrible team. In fact, if you talk to Colts analysts, they'll say before the season started, they weren't worried about their run defense. Now, I wasn't too worried about our offense. Crazy amount. I mean, we did have some concerns. But it's exposed like the Colts were. Now you adjust and adapt. I don't think the Colts will be terrible at the run throughout this year. They've got good players. It hurts that they have players out like DeForest Buckner. That's going to hurt them in that process. But the Bears will exploit that until they fix it. Just like the Colts are going to exploit the blitz and the stunts and the schemes until the Bears fix it. Now, I have every confidence the Bears can fix it, but it's an opportunity now for the Bears to get clicking, to be able to get some play action going, to be able to show some empty sets, to be able to do some different things to get this team clicking, and to be able to get some passes out there as well. So what do I deduce from all of this? That it's way too early to be able to be freaking out about anything, but this does give a little bit of a picture about how Caleb's doing. And good or bad, there's different aspects to it. So his adjusted completion percentage, right in the middle of the league, it's good. He has room to improve. Absolutely. Could improve. Could do a lot better. In the dirty pocket, he needs a lot of work on that. Probably has a little bit of skittishness. This is very normal for a rookie to be able to come into the league and be able to have a little bit of an issue with this. In a clean pocket, he's looking really good. He's getting the ball out in 2.21 seconds. He's got 223 yards on the year from it, and his adjusted completion percentage is right where it should be. It should tick up a little bit more as he gets some reps and experience. He's a good quarterback. And then you've got your pressure rate. 36% of his snaps are under pressure. The line is 21st. Is it spectacular? No. Is it terrible? No. In fact, last year, Justin Fields, through 2 weeks, had 47% pressure, and our line was ranked 30th in the league in pass block efficiency. So things have improved, but we want immediate results. We want instant gratification, and we're not really willing to look into it or watch the tape or see what it is. Nothing on the tape, guys, when I've watched it multiple times on the All-22, nothing on that tape screams panic on the offensive line. Bad plays? Sure. Things they didn't pick up? Sure. Things that need to get corrected? 100%. The talent is there. I'm not worried. I can't answer for why Nate Davis has so many dang penalties, why he's rocking so much, why he's undisciplined, other than he didn't take reps in the preseason, he didn't take reps in practice, and it takes time to cohese. I hope he gets it together because he's very talented. He really is. We want to bag on him. We want to trade him. We want to cut him. We want to do this and that. It's fine. I hope inside of him, his internal makeup says, man, I want to fix this. That's what I hope. I don't know what's going to happen. There's no answer there. But as far as where things stand right now, I think Caleb is doing just fine. I think the line's doing just fine. Realistically, think about it. We just came in against a AFC Championship contender, a team that is considered by many to make the AFC Championship game. Some, very few, have them going to the Super Bowl. And we just held them to 19 points. In fact, the last, I think it was 9 games or 8 games, we held teams to 20 or under every single one of those. The defense is clicking. The offense just needs to catch up, but I'm not super stressed about that. I really feel confident in Caleb's ability, his mental makeup, his ability to communicate, his ability to be able to learn and grow and understand. I feel really good about that. So this will be episode 1 of the new quarterback talk. I did several of these with Justin Fields. I did a couple in the offseason with real quarterback takes comparing Justin and Caleb. This will be episode 1 of Caleb quarterback real talk. We'll do this throughout the year. I didn't really plan on starting it this early, but there's so many narratives on it. So through 2 games, that's what you can deduce on Caleb. My panic meter, my fear index, my greed, all that, my panic is probably at a 1.5, and I'm being very serious with that. I don't have panic right now when it comes to this. To me, you listen to the coaches, you listen to Caleb, you listen to everyone talk, and it really is a matter of just them getting on the same page, them talking things through, them pointing things out, them communicating and understanding what's happening with a young team coming together. That's how I feel about it. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comment. Until next time, dabears.